everybody. My name is Viet Lei. I'm a volunteer with Viet Rise. I wanted to momentarily play the part of devil's advocate and say that even if every single thing that people critical of undocumented immigrants were true, that would not still overcome the fact that they are present here, they have contributed to the community independent of taxes, and they are not able to access the resources in the way that other citizens are able to. Now, I wanted to highlight this as a means of highlighting just how generous the current offer is. They are not asking for all of the money and resources and time that they have not been allowed access to. They're simply asking to participate and have the capacity to influence the communities in which they temporarily live. Now, close to 25% of the city of Santa Ana falls within this category. And from a foreign policy perspective, the United States has invaded countries for less to try and establish democracy. Hopefully, such an invasion is not necessary to accomplish such changes. They have been accomplished in other states. And hopefully, at every juncture, we can recognize that how reasonable this request is and accommodate the most basic of asks for us today, and in voting in the affirmative for item number 28. Thank you.
I'm also a Ward 1 resident. Việt Rise serves and organizes Vietnamese and immigrant communities across the county, including and especially here in Santa Ana. We're also here as a member of the Santa Ana Families for Fair Elections Coalition. In 2018, the city of Santa Ana was sued by Asian Americans Advancing Justice for operating under an electoral system that prevented Asian American residents, who make up over 11% of the city's population, from having any representation on the council for nearly 40 years. Fortunately, the city did the right thing and ultimately transitioned from at-large elections to ward elections. This ensured that the 39,000 Asian residents who call the city home finally had the voice and the power to influence elections in the city, to have their votes and concerns taken seriously. Then finally, in 2020, we elected the first Vietnamese American council member to ever serve on the city council. In the same spirit, it's time for the city to ensure that non-citizen residents, who make up nearly a fourth of the residents in the city, have the voice and the power to finally say who they believe should represent them. This is not a new idea in American history. Between 1776 and 1926, which is less than 100 years ago, 40 states allowed immigrants who were not citizens to vote. Santa Ana strengthened its democratic process by providing a fair opportunity for Asian American residents to have their voices heard in local government. Santa Ana can and must do that again for non-citizen residents. We urge you to do the right thing, expand immigrant rights and voting rights for non-citizen residents in the city. We urge you to support Agenda Item 28. We're also in support of Agenda Item 26 and oppose Item 20. Thank you.